Thus is poor Suffolk 10 times banished, once by the king, and 3 times thrice by thee. 'Tis not the land I care for. Wert thou thence, a wilderness is populous enough, so Suffolk had thy heavenly company. For where thou art, there is the world itself with every several pleasure in the world, and where thou art not, desolation. I can no more. Live thou to joy thy life. Myself, no joy in naught, but that thou livest. If I depart from thee, I cannot live. And in thy sight, to die, what were it else but like a pleasant slumber in thy lap, as mild and gentle as the cradle babe, dying with mother's dug between his lips. Where from thy sight, I should be raging mad and cry out for thee to close up mine eyes, to have thee with thy lips, to stop my mouth, so shouldst thou either turn my flying soul, or I should breathe it so into thy body, and then it lived in sweet Elysium. To die by thee were but to die in jest. From thee to die were torture more than death. Oh, let me stay. Befall what may befall. Hey again. So now that we're done with that, I just want to touch on a couple little bits from it and talk about some things, in particular words that don't mean the same thing today that they used to back when this was written. All right. So the first one that I want to talk about real quick is the word so. Right. That word gets tossed around all the time in daily speech these days, and it can almost mean nothing. It's really more of like a segue into the next thing, or the way that someone might start telling a story. And I don't know what the purpose of starting with so is, but I guess it kind of helps you feel like you're already in the story with the speaker, right? But in a speech like this, or I should breathe it so into thy body, and then it lived in sweet Elysium. That so means in this way, or in such a way, right? And I should breathe it in this way into thy body. And full disclosure, in that moment, he kisseth her, right? That's the Elizabethan stage direction there. The idea is that he is kissing her and breathing his soul into her body, right? So I should breathe it so, in this way, into thy body, right? Try it out. Try using it in daily speech sometime. The other one is by, right? So toward the end of the speech, Suffolk says, to die by thee were but to die in jest, okay? So this one is not as much of a stretch. It's to die next to you, right? Or very, very close to you. Somewhere where I can see you, where I can feel you, where I can smell you, right? And he is contrasting that with the next thing that he says, right? So when you hear by in this speech, to die by thee, we're about to die in jest. That's what he means. And then comes to our next word, from. From thee to die were torture more than death. From, really, what do you think it means here? Right, of course, away from, right? Away from thee to die. So if I died away from you, that would be torture more than death. Okay? So, yeah, sometimes in Shakespeare's plays, there are a lot of words that are implied but not spoken. So, from sort of implies away from, but in this case, all you need to say is from. Right? And that comes up with all sorts of things and all sorts of speeches, and I'm sure we will see it again, right? But we just don't want to get confused with from, like, this is a gift from me. Like, it came from you. So to die from you, almost like I died from you as if you were an illness. That is all from me, folks. I hope you're doing really well. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you have any requests, if you have any questions, comments, positive or otherwise, I'm totally up for hearing them. So drop one in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and tell your friends. All right, take care, everyone. Bye-bye.